Alright, so what is up, guys? Welcome to the first of many vlogs, I believe. Just on my way to get some training in with the boys at HPP and my good friend and mentor Eric White. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot some videos, trying to get some more content out there for you guys, for all to enjoy. And let me know in the comments kind of like what's some stuff you want to see more of, things you want to kind of learn about more on the pickleball court. Just really about anything, you know. You guys can let me know. Hope you guys are having a great, what's today? Tuesday? Good Tuesday. I'm very lucky that I have such a good local group of guys that are, for the most part, readily available to go get some good games in and drill and train and just have a good time, you know. It's always good. Hope you guys have a good group or a good crew as well. It's always very helpful, you know. So going into playing, like, do you ever go into there or into the game with a mindset or just rec play, like certain things you want to work on, or are you just hoping that no matter what, you know, you just kind of want to, I guess, win, you know, no matter what, rather than kind of maybe giving up the first 2 or 3 games, you know? I mean, because of course the first game never counts, win or lose. But then giving up the next couple games, kind of forcing your hand to not, you know, just play to win, but playing with a certain goal in mind. Like, you know, for the next whole game, I'm not going to hit a single speed up. Even if it sits high and I know I can put that ball away, I'm just not going to do it. You know, force your hand to kind of play the soft game or slow game. Because, you know, anyone can hit hard, but trying to really kind of hone in on that softer side if you're having trouble with it. Or, you know, another thing, maybe if you're having a hard time with a backhand return, because we always like to hug the outside so we can expose our forehand more. But, you know, maybe do the opposite. Force yourself to hit nothing but backhand returns, you know, and win or lose, because either way you're still winning by putting yourself in a scenario that you're uncomfortable with and then hopefully getting better at, you know. So I think that's always a good thing to try and do, rather than going in there with the mindset of I have to win. And when you do that, you're kind of, you know, you're kind of just sticking with those bad habits that, you know, that you'll do during a game just so that you do win, you know. So you're not really learning anything. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it's not really being beneficial for the most part. So I always think it's nice to go in there maybe with the first few rounds. Just, who cares if you win or lose, just focus on 1 or 2 things. All right, here we are pulling in. Let's see who's here, who's ready to get some games in. All day play, baby. Let's see how this goes. let me tell you, man, that was probably some of the most fun I've had in a minute playing pickleball. You know, just you got a good group of guys. And like, yeah, you want to take some of it serious, you know, but sometimes you just gotta really laugh it out. And just good, solid session. You know, I had a good talk with Eric. Kind of really talking about things to improve on, and just talking about, you know, making the game more consistent, and just it's really about making less and less mistakes. You know, once you get to that higher level, you know, there's not a big difference except missing, you know, or just hanging balls, or just making too brash of a decision and just being impatient, right? So just staying in that point longer, and just waiting, you know, realizing you shouldn't try to hit winners from the transition zone, you know, just really reset until you get up to that kitchen, you know, and that's when you become 50-50 and just really do damage during those points. Well, it's just a good time, man. A lot of fun. I really felt like my strong suit today was just resetting that ball, you know, getting that ball up a little bit higher so it drops in the kitchen. If I like my drop or my reset, then I'll take a couple steps in. If I don't, then I don't have to move up, you know. I can just kind of stay where I am, let them hit that next shot. If it comes to me, boom, stay low, reset that ball again. If not, let my partner handle it, and then I'll take a couple steps in along with them, you know. Some things I was kind of lacking on, you know, maybe because it was more fun today, I was definitely just kind of making stupid shots, you know, tweeners or just kind of behind the back stuff, you know, just to have some fun, good laughs. But definitely, you know, kind of put those at bay when it comes to a more serious time. And, you know, the other thing I learned too is that, you know, when you play with other people, or just, you know, when it's more nonchalant, you kind of become a little bit more relaxed. But even still with the guys I play with, it's definitely higher level, so I feel like the stakes are greater. Even though it's just rec play, nothing's counting for anything. It's still, you don't want to be the weakest link. And so you might play, at least for me, I play a little bit tight. So I'm still trying to work out, you know, within myself how to be relaxed, you know. And if you guys have any good ideas, you know, let me know in the comments. Just how do you stay calm? You know, how do you know, stay in the zone? You know, don't grip your paddle too tight. Don't overthink your shots or pull the trigger too quick, you know. Just really staying focused, relaxing your grip, you know, especially that grip pressure, so you don't pop that ball up too much, you know, and just kind of stay in it. But yeah, thanks guys for watching and tagging along. Hopefully you guys will want to stick around for more, and for more vlogs and games and whatnot. So see you guys later. All right.